career in policing, as well as what he likes to do outside the job, including his recent hiking trip, what he likes to read, and his experiences with the Big Brothers Big Sister program. So, Chief McGroggan, growing up, was there a moment when you knew you wanted to be a police officer?
Yeah, I think I probably did. In my early teens, it was something that I considered and went after the dream, I guess, so to speak. Yeah.
What was it that appealed to you about it?
I grew up in a small town, and we didn't have a lot of dealings with the police, but the ones that we did have were all very positive. We had, some school resource officers that came into our school, and I guess the sense of adventure did appeal to me, though it doesn't seem too adventurous these days. But really, that was it. I think, and I'm really happy about the choice I made. It's been 29 years, and thinking back, there's nothing else I would have rather have done.
Yeah. Like any job, I guess there's certain, personality attributes or whatever that you need to have for the job. What is it about you that you think makes you suited for this profession?
Well, that's a good question. I think I really like people. I like, dealing with people. I think that's probably the biggest thing. I have a passion for, I guess, doing the right thing and getting things done. And I don't know. I haven't really sat and considered that point. So it's an excellent question.
So what have been some of the highlights of your career then so far?
Well, I always tell everybody that when I'm 80 and I'm thinking back about my career, the best fun I had was probably in canine. I had a dog for about 6 years and worked in canine, and I had a blast. Though I'll have to say that almost all parts of my career have been fun. As a constable on the street, just taking calls for service and interacting with the public. I mean, it's not all. Some of it's very, I guess, sad. Some of it's dangerous, stressful, but overall, it's been a great experience. But I think my canine times, I had times with the tactical team, which were excellent. I was part of the tactical team for about 11 years. I taught arrest control. I really enjoyed instructing and teaching. That was fun as well. So a lot of different things.
How do you handle the stress that goes along with the job? Because it definitely is one that is more stressful than most.
Well, I eat too much. I don't know. I think it really depends. You have to have a good support unit around you. You really do. And I think having a good family unit's been really excellent. Enjoy that time. I have some little hobbies that I like to do that I guess keep me occupied in my time off, and in I think a healthy way. So just a good group of friends. I just went on a hike of the West Coast Trail with 7 others, and it was a great fun. So that was 7 days away, and
so how was that? I've heard that's a pretty intense.
Yeah, it was. I tell you, I went 10 years ago, and when I was 10 years younger and about 20 pounds lighter, it was a lot more fun. But it was a great experience. So we had beautiful weather, which is unusual, being we went to a rainforest. Had a great hike. So my son came with me, and my brother and a few very close friends, and we just enjoyed each other's company for the 6 days that we were out there. It was awesome.
That's great. What are some? You mentioned some other hobbies. What are some other things you do in your?
Well, we've been, I guess, renovating a house. We've renovated a lot of homes, my wife and I, over the years, and we've quite enjoyed it. It's been kind of its own little adventure, kind of taking something that needs some care and attention and kind of, remodeling and fixing up. So probably did that 4 or 5 times, maybe more actually. And I like to read. Usually, after I went through a master's program, and I swore I'd never read another textbook again. So I spend a lot of time reading, novels. I like, historically accurate kind of novels, that kind of stuff. So,
do you have a favorite author or favorite book?
Not really. I think you go through spurts. I read a lot of Bernard Cornwell and Wilbur Smith. Some of his older stuff was really good. Good history, I guess, stories. This fellow that wrote a couple books about Julius Caesar that I found very interesting. I can't think of his name right now. So yeah, just whatever I can pick up that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And you're originally from Ontario, is that
I am,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has your career allowed you to see a lot of the country, or?
Since I've been here, I've been employed in medicine hat since '80. So, all my career's been here. I did do some teaching in Ontario at the Ontario Police College for a couple short stints. But that was more or less just a developmental time for me, really. I taught facilitated really a senior police administration course down there. I get back there quite often. I still have family in Ontario. So I'll go back and visit them, and I've also got some family in Alberta, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, you're also involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters, right?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, I've been in Big Brothers, I think, about 4 years now. I've got a little guy we've been together the whole time, and he's 13 now, so I guess when I started he would have been about 9. A great kid. I call him my little rent-a-friend. And we go to hockey games together, we'll go out for bike rides, go for breakfast, whatever, whatever fits his schedule. And of course, as he's getting older, he's getting more social with his friends, so, we kind of pick and choose when it'll work. And we like to hit the Tigers games together, and, that kind of thing. So it's been a great experience. He's an excellent kid, and, I hope he's benefited from the relationship. I know that I have.
Mm-hmm. What have you got out of it?
Well, I think we all want to help others, and I think when I first got involved, it was, thinking about how I could help out, and I guess contributing to a young person's life in a positive way and adding value to them, and maybe passing on some good advice if it's asked, and so really that's about it. We keep it light. We have fun with each other. We don't get into anything heavy unless he chooses to, but we just basically hang out together. It's been great fun.
Have you been happy that your career has been in Medicine Hat, or was there ever a time when you fantasized about being a cop in a bigger city?
Yeah. Well, I think when I trained my dog, I trained in Calgary with Calgary Police Service, and kind of, I saw how they operated with their dog. And there was a short stint where I thought that would be a good place to be, a bigger center. But there's advantages and disadvantages to both. And I think the big thing about Medicine Hat is it's just a great community. I mean, we're a community of 62,000. I wouldn't trade that for the experience. I've had exciting experiences. You don't have to go to a big city to get involved in good police work. We've got some excellent police officers here that I'd stack against any big city police officer. So, I guess early in my career, though, with the K-9 stint there, I was thinking about it, and later on in my career, I had considered different moves, but the bottom line is this really is the community that my family is in, and the community that I plan on retiring in, and I'm just enjoying my time. It's great.
That's great. And what advice would you give a young person who is maybe considering police work as a career?
Well, advice for a young person, I would say that they have to have their integrity intact. They need to, it's tough. It's a tough position for young kids to be making good, healthy decisions. They need to stay away from illegal activity, obviously. I mean, everybody, at times does something in their life they're not proud of, and we understand that. But I think it's just really being conscious of making good decisions about your behaviors and substances that you might decide to ingest. I think the big thing with young kids is to be focused and have a plan, because I always tell my son that no plan is a bad plan, and so they need to. I've seen some young kids that say, I want to be a police officer, and here's how I'm going to do it, and they're police officers with us now. So they, and the big thing is, and you have to have an interest for people. It's not a job. It's not an 8 to 4 job where you come in and punch a ticket. This is a job that demands more of your life than that. And if you're, I always tell people if they're not willing to accept that, then they shouldn't be involved in policing. There's more than that. It happens when you're on duty, when you're off duty, you're a police officer, and you have to. I think people expect a certain level of professionalism from us, and we should actually live out that expectation in the community. We're being paid by the taxpayers to serve this community. So, yeah.
Perfect. Great. Well, Chief McGroggan, thanks very much for your time.